Oh, perfect. Clear as day.
Wait, so because I saw the dog originally, I can never see the face?
I don't know.
I can't
That was the only thing I could see was that face. When I first saw that picture like a few months ago. I was so creeped out. I was like, what is going on? Close depth. Alright, bro.
I said I got it.
Yeah. Would you like me to? Yeah.
I don't know if I sent it.
Oh, no worries. some Rick and Morty trivia? Get somebody to do it. I think we had some interest in Discord. Oh, nope, I lied. Crafty stuck at work. Said might be able to catch a little if they get home on time. It's gonna be a really long podcast if she's not here in time for trivia. We're gonna be waiting. I can listen to the song at least 10 more times. I saw Kirby. I don't know Kirby enough now. He says that they just recently watched It Follows. Good ass movie.
I got some good news for you then, buddy.
It's still following. Or is it? It stopped. What? They follows?
What? I guess
No. They them follows.
The fucking trans monster.
They're saying the music outweighs our voices real big right now. That might be intentional. Yes, it is intentional. Hope you heard that. Like reflexes, dog. We need another beer ski before we even get started. Well, we're getting real close. Are you sure?
Nope.
All right.
Get your beer and we'll start our opening. Coming up with answers is the hardest part, not the questions.
I'm almost done making the trivia. Sorry. I forgot to do the one thing. Open-ended question.
Nah, I don't like that.
Okay. Where's the news? Get rid of that. Where's the music coming from? Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ReUp Podcast, your one-stop shop for all media news. My name, as always, is Devin Knoll, and I'm joined, as always, with my co-host,
Ian Reed.
What up, Ian? How you doing this week, buddy?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you doing? You recovering from?
We had a little bit of a party last night. What was it for? It was just game night.
It was for. I severely overestimated the amount of jungle juice I needed for my costume party.
Oh, yeah, true.
So it was come drink my jungle juice party.
Come drink. And that I did. I had the worst hangover of my entire life this morning. Easily, I was drinking water just to puke up that water within like 20 minutes. Absolutely worst hangover I've ever had in my life. But that being said,
We're here.
we're recovered. Ian's drinking again.
You made it.
And this week, we've watched some things. We've watched a couple of shows I want to tell you about.
We viewed some flicks.
Viewed some flicks, some new movies have been announced this week. Some sequels to some movies that I don't know if they are needed, but man, is there a lot of reboots this week
That there is.
and sequelitis apparently.
I'm more excited about the reboots and all the Marvel news that we have this
We
week.
have a lot of Marvel news this week.
We always say that we're gonna try and trim it down. We just can't do it.
Well, when every time that you open up movie news on Reddit and the top thing is something about Marvel,
Nah.
then I mean,
Gotta give the people what they want, right?
I mean, if that's what everybody wants to hear about, then that's what I'll tell them about. Oh, no, this is shaped like a dick. Did you ever notice that? This is like a mushroom stamp in your table. Do you see that?
I did it.
Got a big ass cock.
Look at the top there, the phallic, like the tip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what really sells it to make it look like a mushroom stamp.
The part where the foam is missing is just the veiny girth.
That's the
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyways, all that and more
On this week's episode of
the ReUp. Then
Then you do the thing.
All
Alright, Dev. Kicking it off this week. What'd you watch?
So this week, as I said last week, I did say that I wanted to watch The Fall of the House of Usher. Cause I keep hearing good things about it. I read like maybe 2 or 3 articles about it. I was like, man, people really be talking about the Fall of House of Usher a lot, dude. Maybe I should give it a chance, and I did. Man, dude, Lex, you said you loved that show. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was not prepared for what that show actually was. Like, I knew it was gonna be like, I knew what I was getting into, at least to some iota. But dude, that second episode, man, holy shit. I did not know that they were even allowed to show things like that. The things that I saw, I didn't think were legally allowed to be shown on TV. It was. And the fact of the matter is that what happened in episode 2 is nothing compared to what happens in episode 4. I don't want to give away anything because I do want you to watch it because I feel like you'll watch it.
Yeah, no, I am gonna watch it. I was saying last week that we are almost done with Midnight Mass, and I have like 1 episode left of that, and then
you're gonna get into the Fall of the House of Usher. Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about the Fall of the House of Usher. Ian watched Midnight, you said you watched Midnight Mass. I've finished Midnight Mass.
Yeah, I know. Last week you seemed like you were very uninterested and not a fan of it, and I mean maybe the ending will let me down, but I mean so far it seems.
No, I think we've already talked about Midnight Mass. That's why I did that last week, because you and I have already had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, well, it is good. It is good up until like the last few episodes. I don't think it lands the ending very well in Midnight Mass, personally.
I got you.
But I do think the story up to it, the fact that each episode is a nod to Edgar Allan Poe is so beautiful. Wait, really? I didn't even know that. That's the Fall of the House of Usher is a nod to Edgar Allan Poe. And what Edgar Allan Poe story does what happens in episode 2 happen in a book?
Well, when it happened, there was just a crow flying in the background.
I got it. Look at each episode title. Oh, okay, I got you. That might be difficult for me to look at the episode title.
Why is that?
Because I pirate it.
You just go to IMDb.
That is true, actually.
So anyway, Fall of the House of Usher is a view.
It is definitely a view. The Fall of the House. I'm just gonna call it Usher, because I don't want to say the Fall of the House of Usher every time.
Usher Raymond.
Usher. What?
Usher. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yes.
Okay.
Wait. I actually kind of thought that it was about him.
That's what I was trying to ask last week.
Yeah. I thought that it was about like how Usher used to be so like I genuinely thought it was a documentary, and then I watched it for 10 minutes. It's like, oh, this has nothing to do with the singer, and wow, this show is fucked.
Oh, this isn't a documentary on the making of Confessions Part 2. Heard.
Yeah, no, definitely a show that I would recommend to any. Well, not if you're squeamish. If you're squeamish, don't watch it. Because again, episode 2, dude. Oh my Jesus Lord.
You know, dude that made Midnight Mass, made Hill House. He also did.
Haunting a Hill House, yeah.
He did.
Haunting a Bly House.
He did that. He also did Doctor Sleep.
Wait, really? Oh, yeah, he did Doctor Sleep. So that means he's also the guy that did Sinister. So the same guy.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't
Is
know.
it not?
I don't know that much. I just knew Doctor Sleep.
Director of Doctor Sleep. Yeah, Mike Flanagan. Then he also do.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know.
No. Oh.
Oculus.
Dude, he did Ouija? He did Ouija? Oh, he did Hush. Hush was pretty good. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Wait, what the hell is that?
Looks Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, I guess I was wrong.
Okay, but who did do Sinister? Because now I need to know.
Who directed? Okay, that's no. Sinister. Oh, there you go. Scott Derrickson. Good job, Scott Derrickson. He also didn't return for the second movie, which is why the second one sucks. Hush was really good. Anyways,
Moving on. Getting off.
Yeah. But Fall of the House of Usher, definitely a view. Ian and I this week watched together the new Loki.
Yes, sir.
New episode of Loki today.
Only the penultimate episode of the season. Do you like that vocab of the day?
Yeah, where'd you hear that? That's a really good word. Who'd you hear it from?
I heard it from a series of unfortunate events, book 12, The Penultimate Peril, when I was in 4th grade.
All right. Wonder why it was on your brain. Anyways, what did you think of Loki? I talked about the fall, so you talk about Loki. What do you think?
I think that this was episode 5. I think that last week's episode 4, ended on a much bigger cliffhanger. And I think the episode itself, all in all, was a little bit better. But I think that's just because my personal opinion on. I don't want to give it away since it's actively coming out. Yeah. But like the kind of stuff that they were doing in this episode, like I've seen that kind of trope in other shows before. I never really like how it's done, where it's like, don't remember you, and we're gonna make you remember me, like that kind of stuff. I never really liked that. Yeah. And I knew that it was just gonna be like, oh, we just got to get over this till we're at the point that we're getting to what's really gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Felt like this episode was kind of a waste of time.
It was like a build up to the season finale, which is fine. I did see one of the producers for Loki said in an interview that the goal of the show has always been to, in the end, reunite Loki and Thor together. Oh, he's also said that he's not against doing a season 3, so that means that maybe they get reunited at the end of this, and then they do another season for funsies.
Oh, you know who else isn't against having a season 3? Disney that's making $1 billion off of the show.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So there's probably going to be a season 3. Like, I'm going to be honest, if the guy says that he's okay doing a season 3 and it's easily Disney's like most watched show right now, then there's going to be a season 3.
Well, it was just kind of surprising that it got a season 2 because it's the only Marvel Disney show so far to get another season. I mean, yeah,
that is true.
It was the first one to come out, I believe, or maybe WandaVision was the first to come out. Either way,
no, Loki was definitely first. Yeah, because that's what kicked off Disney Plus, right? Yeah, yeah. Because even back in 2012, when like Loki like disappeared with the fucking Tesseract, people were like, "Oh, that's gonna be on Disney Plus." Loki disappearing like that, that's gonna be on Disney Plus, and how right we were. But I do think specifically this episode, I think was kind of lackluster. But I think overall, the show overall is really good.
Yeah, second season.
It's easily their best show.
Pound for pound, as good as the first season.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm really excited to see how it ends.
I actually also cannot believe how good of an actor Mobius's real name is.
Owen Wilson.
Wow. He's not just the WoW guy, dude. Did you guys know that? He actually he's a good actor.
It's Mobin time.
Did you guys?
He's a good actor, though.
PTSD, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's fair enough.
No, I'm actually so surprised how good of an actor Owen Wilson is. Obviously, Tom Hiddleston is Tom Hiddleston. talented,
But
beautiful.
well,
But I think Loki's doing pretty well
Oh,
for
yeah.
itself so
Yeah.
far.
No, it's pretty good.
I think if it sticks to the landing, it's easily going to be Disney Plus's best show. And it's going to be, hard to top, to be honest.
I think that the only thing that concerns me is that when it originally came out, season 1, I was so hyped for what was going to happen with the MCU.
Yeah.
And then just over time of releases, I've been like, any second now, it's going to,
Yeah.
And then, I mean, this picks up right after where it ended, so I'm kind of like rebuilding that hype.
Yeah.
But
It does take it. Plus, when Loki's first season came out, that was like, before Endgame, I think.
I think it was immediately after.
Oh yeah, true. So like the high we were still feeling after Endgame for Loki kind of carried it in the first season, but second season's good. Speaking of seasons of TV shows, I don't know what that was the terrible segue. Can we do
No,
something
that's
better?
perfect. You got it.
Speaking of more seasons for more TV shows, the new Rick and
Speaking of Mort seasons,
Mort seasons of
TV Ricks.
television.
Rick and Morty
Rick and
season
Morty.
6. 7?
Mm,
Rick and Morty new season.
I think it's 7.
100 seasons of Rick and
I
Morty.
mean, whatever it is. So this season, obviously, yeah, we're on 7. Okay, good. Thank you. So this new season, the first 3 episodes are out as of this week. Maybe episode 4 came out. I think they come out on Sundays,
Yes.
though. So 3 episodes right now. I think, everyone knows that Justin Roiland's a pedophile or whatever the hell happened to him.
Bad.
Yeah, bad guy. Bad guy was grooming a little girl, whatever. That part doesn't matter. What matters is that part doesn't matter. Dude. She'll be fine. What matters is that the guy that voiced
Yes.
both titular characters was gone from the season. So, is this season even worth watching? Is it such a disparaging difference between these 2 men that you can't even watch the show? No, it's barely noticeable. Wow. Get down, Mr. President. We're reading what Justin Roiland did to a little girl. Oh, by an anonymous woman who's... Oh, so it was a fully grown woman? I thought it was a child. I thought he was a pedophile and a groomer. Is that not true?
I have no idea.
Anyways.
I thought I had seen that he was like on Instagram or something messaging someone.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
It was like an underage girl, right?
That was my...
Okay.
Apparently
Maybe he
he's
did that too.
Apparently he's just an all-around
Yeah, maybe-
scumbag.
Yeah, he's just a douchebag or whatever, man. Anyways, the new season has a brand new voice actor who voices Rick and Morty. His Morty is spot on. His Morty is like,
Yeah.
but that seems like the easier of the 2 voices. His Rick, you can notice that it's not the same guy doing Rick, but I don't care. I mean, the writing still flows. It does seem like it's missing something.
Well, I think he probably... I know Dan Harmon also, helped create Rick and Morty, but I feel like Justin probably did...
They probably like did the
had a
writing
good bit of the
50-50.
writing for
Yeah,
it, right?
I think so too.
It's like they're probably at least in the writers' room together, but...
You don't like the Rick voice at all, but the Morty feels better. I do think, yeah, that's what I said. The Morty is spot on. The Rick feels a little off, but I think just with time.
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing when I was watching. Like, I haven't watched it yet, but watching that trailer, I think we talked about a couple weeks ago, was that it felt like he was almost getting Rick.
It's like just in
and
that
then but then sometimes he was like very off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
It's like he's right in that uncanny valley of like I can tell it's somebody different, but sometimes I can't, and it's just like it does take me out of it every now and again. But again, I think if I just watch like a full season of this guy voicing Rick, then I won't care anymore.
yeah, I mean, it's just if the story is written good enough,
Yeah,
it'll carry it to the point that you're not even gonna be paying attention.
Yeah, what's very interesting when you say that this season of Rick and Morty, Rick is like also being more like he's going to therapy. He's like not such a dickhead all the time for like every single thing that he does.
Well, do you remember how the last one ended? I just watched it, so it's pretty fresh.
No, I don't remember how it ended.
The last one ended with like the last episode or 2. He was being like really nice to Morty, and it was like kind of like, why are you being so nice? And then you end up finding out that it was a robot Rick that.
Because the real Rick was searching for who's his nuts the
But
whole
then
time.
I think that like he had some sort of revelation, like, oh, maybe I could just be a little bit less of a dickhead.
Yeah, but it is like it's kind, and I think that's another part of it that's also kind of jarring. But I think that's gonna work out because he has a new voice, giving him like kind of a different personality at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could work out. But be that as it may, if you liked the previous 6 seasons of Rick and Morty, then you're gonna like season 7. There's really no difference except that they sound slightly different. I don't think there's really much to be said about it. You know what I mean? It's a good show. If you liked it before, you'll like it now. That's it. I don't think it's missing anything. But while we're on Rick and Morty, I did finish a trivia just recently.
This early.
And I think while we're talking about Rick and Morty, Rick is missing the baritone rumble. Yeah. Anyways, I do have a Rick and Morty trivia. If there's anybody in the chat that wants to go, if you're not already, hold on, let me open up OBS real quick. Oh, did I not do it?
No, you missed
I
it.
didn't miss
It's
it.
locked also. That might be why.
No. I just was a retard at clicking.
Can't say that.
Sorry. Okay. If anybody wants to do the Rick and Morty, I guess it would just be Lexi and Gio are the only two that are actively chatting. So if either of you want to do Rick and Morty trivia, you can hop into the voice channel of the ReUp Lounge. And I will do the trivia. But if you don't want to, Ian is here to look like a dummy for you. I think you'll get most of these, though. I think you'll get most of them except... oh, we don't have that set up, unfortunately.
Lol.
We'll just do it like this. Here is the link for now. Let me make that really quick. as a
Yeah, I was
command.
gonna actually do that after this episode. Wow, that was fast. You notice how fast that was? There was no delay.
Yeah, I don't know why we had such delay the other day.
We've had delays of like 30 seconds, it felt like. Oh, it's no. It's literally just like under editing the
Okay. You know what? What the fuck ever. We'll do it later. We'll just do it later. It's fine.
it's in there for this episode.
yeah.
So we're good.
All right. Gio wants to step up and take the Rick and Morty trivia challenge.
Make sure we can hear him.
Gio, you say something real quick?
Hello.
What up, brother?
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Not much.
Thank you for asking. Are you ready to take the ReUp Pod's working title trivia game, Rick and Morty based trivia?
Good job.
Thank you.
No,
Sure, let's go.
All right. Question 1. What?
no Googling.
No Googling. I'll know.
Oh yes, no Googling.
What is the name of Rick's son-in-law? Is it
Jerry.
Jerry,
These are multiple choice.
Gary, or Terry?
It is Jerry. Sleepy Gary is a character that featured in that one episode with the parasites. And then Terry, if I recall correctly, was that guy who was on the TV that Jerry called and spent like hundreds of dollars talking to.
So Jerry then? It is Jerry.
Jerry.
It is in fact Jerry is the name of Rick's son-in-law. Also, his daughter's husband. Also, his
how,
grandson's dad.
that is how families work.
Yes.
That's just how mafia works.
That's just how mafia works.
Mafia works.
What
That's how Morty works.
does Morty's mom do for a living? You know what?
She is a
No multiple choice for you. No multiple choice for you. Yeah.
she is a horse surgeon.
Final answer?
Yes.
That's correct. She is, in fact, a heart surgeon. Your other choices,
Horse.
or what did I say?
You said
I
heart.
didn't I? Yeah. Horse surgeon. I had horse surgeon, dog walker, and stay-at-home mom.
Horse surgeon.
Horse surgeon. That's me, dude. I wish. Rick and Morty is based loosely on what classic movie? Is it A, Blade Runner, B, I, Robot, or C, Back to the Future?
I'm gonna have to go with Back to the Future.
Final answer?
Final answer is Back to the Future.
Oh, I wouldn't have known this one, but
That is
now I
correct.
think yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just
Age
I didn't know
disparity.
either. My thought process was it's not Blade Runner. I'm in the middle of a trivia thing.
Yeah.
And what was the second option?
It was I just picked a bunch of different science fiction
iRobot.
movies.
Yeah,
It was
no.
iRobot, Blade Runner, and Back to the Future.
I've watched iRobot. I know it's not iRobot. Blade Runner is more Cyberpunk's 2077,
That's
and
true.
then Back to the Future, old man, young person, boom.
that was my thought process as well.
Yeah. Old grandfather,
Old, young, yes.
young protege going through time. Yeah. Rick and Morty is in fact actually based on Back to the Future loosely. The original, fun fact, the original animation, what they used to pitch to Cartoon Network to get Rick and Morty, is actually just almost a scene for scene remake of Back to the Future when they're in that parking lot.
Yeah, I saw that a long time ago, but I do
Yeah.
know, I do remember that now.
Yeah, that was the original pitch. Is they just do that, except instead of it like ending like how the movie ends, they just
That
say,
just
"Fuck a
reminded me
bunch."
of that Rick and Morty redub of a court video that was released on the
Oh
Adult
yeah,
Swim
that was
channel.
for season 4, I think, or maybe season 5. I don't remember, but I do know what you're talking about. They did
It was
do like a
season 4?
little animation for some court hearing. I didn't watch it.
It was more of a storyboard.
Oh yeah. Anyways, question 4. Only 2 questions left. You are currently 3 for 3. Question 4 is where it turns up the heat just a little tiny bit. All right. So question 4: Who is Rick's ex-girlfriend that he nearly killed himself over? Is it A, Gaia? Is it B, Unity? Or is it C, Kiara? Those are all
I'm gonna have to go with Unity.
final answer.
Yes, Unity.
So, fun fact, all of them are ex-girlfriends of Rick. Unity was the hive mind.
Yes.
Gaia was the
Yep.
planet. And Kiara was that warrior alien
Yeah.
or whatever the hell. they
Warrior
were supposed to be.
princess,
Yeah,
yeah.
warrior princess. Yeah. So they all are, in fact, ex-girlfriends of Rick. And you're saying the one that he almost killed himself over was Unity.
Yes.
That's correct. It is Unity, who does make a reappearance in the newest season
Oh,
of Rick and
Oh,
Morty.
that's cool. Because if I remember correctly, Kiara fucks Jerry.
Yeah, she gives him like the mental powers or whatever, and then
Yeah.
I think she go. Anyways, it doesn't matter. You are correct. It is Unity. Now, for the first time ever in ReUp Pod trivia history,
Ooh.
I have a final question for you, and it is not multiple choice,
Ruh-roh.
and it is in fact open ended, but that is because the answer is a number.
It's a Scantron.
How old is Rick? He has said it. He does have an age.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
He said
Oh,
it in
God,
season
this-
3, I
oh.
believe.
I'm going broke giving out $1 to $3 Outback Steakhouse gift cards. We had to,
He ain't getting us. No.
I'm listening for mechanical keyboard clickety clacks.
You better not.
You hearing any?
Oh, you
Hearing
might have a
any?
really
That's-
good mic.
Listen to those finger
I
taps.
don't know why I'm listening to my
I did the
microphone.
same thing.
What the hell is that gonna do?
I'm gonna hear. Listen to finger taps on smartphones too.
I want to say 45 because he seems like he's 45, but that just makes no sense considering how old Beth is, how old the rest are.
True.
I'm gonna go with a ballpark answer of 70, like he's in his 70s.
We don't give it for decades. Sorry.
Then I'm gonna go with 70, just on the low end.
I'm just messing with you. I have no idea. Devin didn't fill me in. Can I guess? 69.
Without going over, playing the prices right here.
Mm-hmm.
He is in fact 70.
Oh,
He's 70. He said it in, I think, like the season 3, episode 6 or something like that.
What did I just
He says,
say?
he
What did I-
says that he
what-
is
Hey,
70.
hey,
Oh.
what did I just say about these Outback Steakhouse gift cards?
I didn't say he was going to win anything. You said he was going to win something. I never once said that he was going to win anything. I just said, hey, you want to do this trivia? You're the one that said he's going to win something.
Wow. He needs paid for his time.
That is true. Gio, go ahead and message Ian on Discord, and we'll get you a $2 gift card to. You tell
Long
me.
John Silver's.
Long John Silver's?
Huh?
$2 gift card to Long
I
John
don't
Silver's?
think there's any Long John Silvers in Canada.
So a Jack in the Box then.
Nah.
There's no Jack in the Boxes in Canada. I'm fine without winning a prize.
That.
I'll send you a dick pic. Thank you very much for joining us this week, Gio. You are our now second winner of the ReUp Pod trivia game. There's only been 2. But congratulations. Well, I think Ian
Also,
won
Gak.
one once.
I've won both of them that I've done.
Oh, that is true, actually. He did win both.
It now seems that you're among the more to win than to lose.
It seems I need to step up my trivia game, is what it's seeming like. If you guys are going to keep winning these trivia games, then I'm not going to keep making them. I want you to lose.
So does my bank
I
account.
get
I think the only
sexual...
reason I won is because I love Rick and Morty.
That is true. We've also probably picked like one of the worst people to do the trivia. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Thank you very much for joining us this week, Gio. And I hope to see you again for next week's stream.
Thanks, love you, bye.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, cool.
Wait, before we move on, while we're talking about this, we just had him in here for trivia. If there's anything that we're talking about that you're also like, ooh, I have something to say about that,
Oh, yeah, true.
message us in here if you want, so we make sure we see it. But we should also hear it. You join the Discord.
Them joining this? No,
Chat.
we won't hear them join because
Oh, because we're not in it.
no, because we have streamer mode enabled
We can disable it.
because of OBS. Oh, okay.
Either way, if you want to,
If you ever want to
Pop
say
in.
something, dude, just type in the chat. Be like, hey, I got something I want to say about that. We'll drag you into a voice channel. Just say your piece real quick, and then.
are you still saying about this?
Oh. The only other thing that I've watched this week, obviously, because it's a ton of animes out right now. This is my next week of me telling everyone here that please watch the new season of Jujutsu Kaisen. I need more people to talk about it with. It is possibly the best anime I've ever seen in my life. That is it.
All right, that'll do it for the.
What we watched this week.
So we're gonna move into the non-movies, but before we do, we'll take a real quick 2-minute break.
Got me a water. Nice. I think there was something else I watched this week, but I don't remember what it was. And if I don't remember what it was, and I just watched it this week, and then it obviously sucked, whatever it was. So.
Give her the big switch.
I can't believe that so many years getting a community together full of weebs, and none of them take my goddamn recommendations. Oh, good call. I didn't even see that. It's like eye blind to it.
We'll take your recommendations.
Good.
All right. I have a couple of kind of rapid fire music stuff I'm going to get into here real quick.
What the fuck is up, Denny's?
When I say to you, what the fuck is up, Denny's? What does that make you think of?
Is that the guy that he says like he has to go get his HIV pills or something?
No, that is just a real life experience that you and I had at a local Denny's.
Oh, that wasn't a YouTube video I watched. That was a real life experience I had.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
He was at a Denny's and he said, "I will go to jail tonight."
That's true, dude.
After I go pick up my HIV meds in the parking lot.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that's an actual thing that happened to us. That feels like it's a vine. That feels like one of those chaotic vines.
We live wildly and in
We
wild
do,
ways, you know?
Anyways, I don't. What the
there's
fuck is up, Denny's?
There was like a some small time local metal band that just played a show at a Denny's.
Oh my, wait, I do know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, they're like kids, they're like 15 or something.
Yeah. Pretty young. Yeah. So anyway, Blink-182 just performed at a Denny's in California, and they recreated that meme.
What the fuck is up, Denny's?
Yeah, I think that's pretty hilarious.
That is pretty
There's a video of it. It's pretty good. They also they're
Wait, at what time? Do you know what time they did that? At a Denny's?
at like
Yeah, what time were they doing?
I don't know.
Because they went to a Denny's at like 4 p.m. Lame. Go to a Denny's at like 2:30 a.m.
Rad, lit.
Rad, super cool. Everyone's gonna be drunk as hell already, so it would have worked out.
Yeah. But I don't know. But I just thought that was pretty funny that they recreated that meme. Also,
They got in trouble with the Geneva Convention. Are you sure that's what they're supposed to be talking about? The Geneva Convention? That would make them war criminals. I don't know. But anyways,
their 9th studio album also just released like 2 weeks ago, and it has gone #1 on the Billboard 200. I listened to it a little bit today, but I'm just so busy that I didn't get to listen to all of it. But it did sound good. Sounded like old Blink is back, which is all I really asked for. You know what I mean?
I feel like all they really need to do to like bring back the old Blink is to just like cry a little bit. You know? Like old Blink, they were like teenagers. Not teenagers, but like super young adults.
Just a little bit of maybe whining and a little bit of twang, like, well, the small things.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like all their songs back in the day were like, we're so like whiny, and then they got older and they were like, oh, we're rich now. We have less things to whine about.
That is true.
Go back to whining about things, dude. Their enema of the state had a red cross on it. Wait, what? What the hell? I can't believe that. That's real? That's a real factoid about Blink-182? That's a real Blink-182 factoid. That's crazy. I never knew that.
Because they're punk rock AF.
That is pretty punk rock, dude. Dude, that's probably the most punk rock thing you can do is go against the Geneva Convention. That's probably the most punk rock thing you could do. I can't think of anything punkier.
What's that one Cards Against Humanity question? What's the most emo? Violating the Geneva Convention.
Violating the Geneva Convention, dude.
They're also going to be touring again. We just saw them with
Pierce the Veil.
I saw them with Turnstile. Turnstile.
Okay, I see what you mean.
But yes, they're going to be with Pierce the Veil. They're going to be playing a couple local shows here, so I'd like to go see them again if I could. Favorite band of my childhood. Also, before we get off music, there's a lot of collab albums coming out in rap.
Wow, that's really what that is?
We have a Rick Ross and Meek Mill collab album. We have a Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz album. We also have a Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign album that's supposed to be coming out any day now. I'm very excited for that
rad.
one.
Yeah,
the other ones don't care really at all. There's Chris Brown is releasing his 11th album, even though he is a domestic abuser. It's coming out anytime.
Yeah, didn't he just recently domestically abuse again?
Probably.
I think he did. I mean, it was Rihanna at one point. Everyone knows that.
Yes.
But I think he also did it again recently.
Anyways, would not be surprised if you'd like to forget, like he's expecting you to. When that album comes out, it's called 11/11. He's releasing 11 songs at 11 a.m. and 11 songs at 11 p.m.
Wow. And then beating his wife at 12.
In between.
Beating his wife
There's
at
12
noon
hours
and
in
midnight.
between. Yeah.
The sales don't work up. I don't know, dude. I mean, I can separate the art from the artist, but only to a certain degree. Like, I really like that song he did with Drake. No Guidance.
Yeah, it's a
love
good one.
that song. Love that song, but mainly because of Drake in it.
Yeah.
Not because of Chris Brown's in it.
But like, if he wasn't in it,
They could have been anybody
I'll be
else.
all right by me.
Yeah, they could have done literally anybody else and it would have been the same cool song. I like that.
Exactly. Also, Fetty Wap has an album coming out called what the hell is it called? King Zoo. Don't care about that. What I care about is I thought, how is Fetty Wap releasing an album? Because in May he got sentenced to 6 years in prison. But his album
Just recently?
In
This
May.
May, he got 6 years in prison.
yeah,
Wow.
but his album's coming out in like today or something. I don't know.
Well, if Michael Jackson can do it dead, then Fetty Wap can do it from prison, I'm pretty sure.
That's true and fair. But that's it for music. Like I said, pretty rapid fire, pretty quick.
Oh.
Oh, also, what were we listening to yesterday? The new Mansions album came out.
Oh, yeah. Wait, oh, dude. What's the name of that song?
Well, it's not really a song so much as
It's
it
not a
is
song.
the outro to the album. Mansions, if you don't know, is I guess you call them super group of Mike Posner and Black Bear. Mansion's first album that released, I think, 5 years ago was. I love that album. This one has a bit of a different feel to it, but it's still a really good album. You can go ahead and take that for you if you'd like.
Okay. So number one, we did listen to a few of these songs, and some of them are really good. If you guys are like into
A little rap, little hardcore,
a little
like
electronica,
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But Ian and I wanted to listen to their final song, the outro to the album here. It's called "Come Ruined Food for Me." I tasted it and I'm hooked. Sorry, Mom. Which is only preceded by silence. The name of the song is Silence.
it's only 37
Is it
seconds. so
37 seconds of silence?
yeah, let's see.
Okay, it is in fact 37 seconds of silence into the song "Come Ruin Food for Me." I tasted it and I'm hooked. Sorry, Mom.
It's still playing. You have to pause it.
Oh,
It's gonna
God, dude.
jump into. Oh no!
That's true.
Oh, you X'd it out. Perfect.
Okay,
You're
awesome.
killing the game.
So good at things. But yeah, Mansions. I did like what we did here. So, if you guys are into Mike Posner and Black Bear, I really like Black Bear. I like him a lot. I like a lot of his music. I never like I never realized I was listening to a Black Bear song.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like I never knew that some of the songs that I listened to, I was like, oh man, oh.
I agree with you. I know more Black Bear now because Kate's a big fan of Black Bear, but that's how I was as well. I think when Mansions first came out, I didn't even know that he was the other part of it. I just knew that it was like Mike Posner doing like
Just doing it with
not
another
singer
guy.
songwriter songs. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
He's
yeah.
doing this kind of shit. I'm like, what?
Wow.
But
Yeah.
anyway, definitely you should check it out.
So I have one thing for gaming this week. There is genuinely a lot of gaming news, but there's only one thing that I actually wanted to talk about. I can take it now, or if you want to do yours.
I just talked a lot about music, so go ahead.
Okay. So there's a new game that just recently came out called The Finals. Okay. A lot of people are saying that it's Overwatch with extra steps. I can see why they're saying that, but essentially the game is all it is you are loaded into a map and there's other teams there. You know, it's you're a team of 3 against 3 other teams of 3, and your whole objective is to go to a vault, open it, get money, and then deposit the money in a separate bank, essentially. Okay. That's essentially the whole game. And everybody fights over the vault, everybody fights over the deposit, and that's it. You just one team puts it in, and then you guys fight for control over it. That's the whole game. And there is a lot, it's very movement heavy, blah, 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 blah. A lot of people are excited about this game. And it was really fun. When I played it, it was super fun. The movement was great. The gunplay is amazing. However, the interesting part of this game that no other game I've seen do is when you load into a map, your team is named. So you, me, let's say you, me, and then Geo are all playing the finals. The game names our team for us. So I think one of the ones that I got that I really liked was the Overdogs.
Oh yeah.
They have when you get in there, there's an announcer that goes, "The Overdogs are in the arena," and stuff like that. You know, and then if you get team wiped, it'll be like, "Oh, the Overdogs just got team wiped.
The Overdogs fucking
They suck so bad." It's all AI. All of it. All of the voiceovers, everyone talking, it's all AI. Okay.
Is it the Spotify DJ AI?
It's essentially the Spotify DJ AI. All of it, it is not a human talking every time that something is announced in that game. And I want to know, why is it that when we create AI as humans,
Yep.
why is it that the first thing we want to do is take away the fun jobs and not like use AI to, I don't know, work a fucking assembly line that no human wants to actually do?
I couldn't agree more with you.
You know, yeah.
I've seen people say before that it was like, you'll see all these rich kids, right, growing up. They have all this money. They can do whatever they choose to do. They very rarely are going to be an engineer.
No.
They're very rarely going to be a doctor. They're going to school and they're going to learn about art. They're going to write a book. They're going to be act. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they have money to fall back on.
And then when we have these AI, we have them making pictures,
That is true.
writing scripts,
Yeah.
and announcing video games. and making music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do this bullshit. So bad that we're like, we don't want these smart robots to do this. That's what we have those peasants for. That's what they do.
But like all of the like when during coronavirus, when we were completely free of all obligation, no jobs, nobody. Well, I mean, some people were working. Sorry, the people that were working, you missed out on a great time. Everybody was just like getting into hobbies, doing art, dude. Everyone was
baking bread,
dude. Nobody bakes bread. Nobody does that.
It's like 98 cents at Walmart. I'm not baking bread.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody does that. And when humans are left to their own devices, we just want to be creative. Why are we using AI to take away the fun part of being creative? Get an actual voice actor in there. It's not that hard. They could just do it.
I'm sure they'd be happy to.
Anyways, that's essentially what I want to talk about this week.
We had to make the names random.
They're not even random. The Overdogs is like it's a
fun.
reoccurring theme.
Oh,
So the fact that they even use AI at all, like if it was randomly generated teams, okay, sure. AI, that's a good use for AI because there's no way you could have one guy record 50,000 lines. You know what I mean? Well, that is true. But it's like the same rotation of like 15 team names. So there's absolutely no reason that a human being couldn't do it. That being said, I hope that eventually we realize that AI should be used to get rid of the boring stuff, not the cool stuff. Or just have it so AI does all of the cool stuff and we can just, I want to play a video game about Aladdin going to the mall and then an AI just writes that video game. Wait, hold on. Wait, that might be the future. Hold on. Wait. No. I was about to go on a really long tangent about another thing, but that's the only video game news that I have this week. There are other things, like I said, but that was the only one that I really wanted to talk about.
The only thing that I have is pretty small, but it's about the new Spider-Man game that came out.
Oh, that's what that stands for.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2. So people think that they found the hand from like the Defenders, was the hand were the bad people.
Oh, the hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they think they found their headquarters in it, right? Because they found this like room that's not tied to the storyline at all, and it just has like this big symbol on the wall, and there's just a bunch of like assault rifles in there. I'm like, is this the hand headquarters?
So you think they might be introducing like people from
what
like Daredevil?
What the going theory is when Spider-Man 1 came out, they did 2 DLC packs. Mm-hmm. One with what's her name, like Felicity, like the Black Cat.
I didn't know that.
Like,
yeah.
And then one with was kind of a little different what that one was, but I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, so fans are thinking that this means that it's teasing Daredevil DLC.
That's kind of cool.
Another fun fact about that is in Spider-Man 1, you could go to where the Nelson and Murdoch building is at in New York City, and it would have a little plaque there that said Nelson and Murdoch, attorneys of law. And then this game, it wasn't there, and fans were like, why is it not there? And like the guy that like was like running the game like had a little smile, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then this was found, and I found this. I saw that this was found, and then the people were thinking it might be the hand. But then, like 2 or 3 days later, people were like, "Hey, there was a content update, and the Nelson and Murdoch sign is back." So it's just like,
So you think they put it back so that way people like?
Are we reaching, or is it? Are we reaching, or is it all coming together? I don't know.
I think the only person that hasn't teamed up with Spider-Man in like a really big way that I really, really want more than anything is Deadpool. Spider-Man and Deadpool is easily the best comic book dynamic duo.
We're like this close though, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's close. Like Daredevil and Spider-Man's okay, but Daredevil's not like funny.
I saw somebody say that like they wish that they had they wish they had Ryan Reynolds' persuasion like ability tactics.
Yeah.
Where he's just like Hugh Jackman's like, I'm done. I'm not gonna be Wolverine. And he's like, will you please be Wolverine one more time? And he's like,
anything for you.
Why not 3 more times? You know what I mean?
I mean, it's Ryan Reynolds, dude.
But like, so I just feel that if he's like, hey, like, what if we like, I know like Tom Holland isn't under contract, and like he said he might not come back as Spider-Man, but what if like he just did like one more time for Deadpool 3?
4.
Like, would that be kind of cool? And they were like, I don't know.
What about like, dude, the new Spider-Man could be that. Spider-Man found his home and it's with Deadpool.
Spider-Man's home.
Spider-Man's home is Deadpool. But no, that's really cool. I always really like when there's studio. That's the word I'm looking for. When a studio puts like so much love into a video game and you can feel it, because like that's what made Spider-Man 1 so great, was because there was so much love put into the game. Right?
Yeah.
You can play Battlefield 2024 or whatever the hell it is, 2042 for like 10 minutes and you'll know what I'm talking about. That game has no amount of love put into it at all. It was just cranked out. But Spider-Man, they know what they're doing.
I know. I can't wait
a bunch
for
of nerds.
Insomniac's Wolverine as well.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting about that, dude. I do keep forgetting that they're making a Wolverine game. Insomniac, the absolute menace that they've been with the Spider-Man games.
I was gonna say, I famously hate superhero video games.
True.
But Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2, I'm all in.
Love it.
But
That's all I had for video games.
yeah, let's go in.
All right.
Movies and TV. Let's go in after I take a pee.
Okay.
I also broke the seal before we even started, so it's gonna be a long night at the office.
Thank you. I just finished. Found out that my zipper was down on my pants, and I don't know how long it's been going on. Nobody saw my cock, right? None of you saw that, correct? Good. Here we go.
Yeah. So while I was gone, I saw an article about Conor McGregor, UFC fighter Conor McGregor.
Okay.
You familiar?
Yeah, I know Connor.
So pretty much what happened was, I guess, like his pay slips from the UFC, like they surfaced online because he's in a court case about whatever he's in a court case about, and pretty much it was like that, like a couple of his fights, like I don't know, one of them made like $28 million, right?
Wow.
And then it was like, but his pay slip for it was only like $5.5 million, and like Jake Paul and Logan Paul, they fight now, they box now, and I guess like one of them, they're both the same person to me, but one of them like commented on it. They're like, "Oh, that's so sad. You're only getting that much. That's so sad." I'm like, "Bro, you can beat me to a pulp for $1 million." Like
Who, Logan or Connor?
I am saying me, Ian.
Yeah.
I will get into the ring with
you
Conor,
don't give a fuck
with Conor McGregor and let him beat the living hell out of me, and then give me $1 million. I don't think that's so sad.
I don't think
You're out of touch, my friend.
Yeah, I don't even think you would need for him to beat the shit out of you. You could just take like one punch and just go down.
Like, oh shoot.
Yeah, like, oh, he got me right.
But I'm saying he can like break my leg and then like floss his teeth with my bones, and that's fine.
I feel like that's a you thing. I feel like you want him to break your legs.
No. I just want $1 million.
Oh, okay.
That's
The sexual pleasure doesn't come from the leg breaking. It comes from having 7 figures in your bank account.
I mean, if I feel a way about my leg being broken, I feel a way about it.
I guess we can't take anything out of it.
Anyway.
Oh, that wasn't even one of the things we were going to talk about.
No, I just saw it.
That's so funny. I think we just do, since we're already kind of in like the Marvel talk anyways,
Bang it out.
we'll just bang out all these Marvel things. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 things for Marvel this week. I'm gonna start with mine because it's easily the shortest. Disney is officially going to be buying all of Hulu for
Only a matter of
$8.6
time.
billion. If you do remember, though, long time ago, now this is an old ReUp Pod episode, one of the lost episodes. We talked about Hulu making Disney movie or TV shows based on like a little bit of lesser known characters, like MODOK. You remember that?
I do remember that now that you mention it.
And there was another one too. I just remember MODOK was the main one. But they had like 3 TV shows.
Didn't they
lined
do
up.
the Didn't they do Howard the Duck?
One of them
Howard
was
Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
But there was a bunch of different TV shows that Disney was going to do, be put on Hulu. I don't know what came of them. They never came out. However,
I think the MODOK one came out.
oh, did it? Oh, maybe. Okay. All right. Regardless. So Disney is now officially going to be owning all of Hulu. And I think personally that they're going to use that. They're definitely going to be putting the new Echo TV show that's coming out. That's going on Hulu. And I think they're going to be putting all like mature rated shows.
TVMA.
Yeah, all TVMA shows that they're going to want to do are going to be going on Hulu. And it's going to be like,
Well-
it's going to be like Disney's like little cum dumpster.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say there. Disney's like back.
I get it.
Okay.
So a couple things about that. One is Disney's already. I was wondering if this was going to happen. I thought it was a matter of time because Disney, you can already do like a combined Hulu and Disney Plus account. But they've also already been putting shows on there. They put what is it, Secret Invasion, when it came out, after it like did its Disney release, then like a week or two later they put the first episode on Hulu.
Yeah.
And then like the new Goosebumps series I was talking about, they did the same thing. They put it on Disney, and then I was on Hulu the other day trying to find something. I was like, Goosebumps was there. So they've been doing it for a while. But at some point, it almost like either they have to dedicate it for certain things, like maybe they keep Hulu around because it has the next day shows, like they had like the FX deal. At the
that's
same
true.
time, Disney owns 20th Century Fox, so that means they own FX. So no wonder. And what I'm really getting at with all of this is we've been talking about it, about how like having a subscription to a streaming service used to be good. I'm cutting the cable.
Yeah.
And I said like how these conglomerates, they just build up till they're like, hey, and then they diversify.
Yeah. Oh, so you think?
And then they build up.
I see.
And
Okay.
this is the first time that we're seeing it happening again.
Because Disney's just literally buying up.
Disney owns Marvel. They own Fox. They own Nat Geo.
Yeah.
They just bought
I forgot they own Nat Geo.
Hulu. They just bought Hulu. They just bought
Okay,
Hulu.
so just real quick, I just remembered this part. They're buying out Comcast's stake in Hulu. So they already partially owned Hulu already, but Comcast owned a part of Hulu. They are buying out Comcast's part that they own for Hulu. So now they fully.
So that's interesting because does that? I mean, Comcast. Does that affect the deal then with the next day streaming of TV shows? Considering Comcast
Oh, that's true
is,
though. Yeah, because they are a cable service. I don't know, dude.
and if it does, that makes it worse. But
Disney
Very
bought out Hulu. And the only thing that I know that's coming to Hulu that has any part of Disney is Echo, which I did watch the trailer for. Did you watch the trailer for it?
I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw just a little snippet of it of Kingpin beating up somebody like beside a dumpster.
Oh yeah. It was yeah. That happens in like the first 10 seconds of the trailer.
And like it's like it's the same guy, Vincent, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And it's like, we already kind of saw this in Netflix Daredevil, but we didn't see it as a Disney owned property. So it's just
Echo was in
Echo was in
Hawkeye.
yes, and Fisk was in it as well at the very, very end. But what I'm saying is we haven't seen this type of brutality in a Disney owned Marvel property.
He literally like takes the guy and beats the living shit out.
Yeah, he has blood on his white suit. Like, and I just think that that gives me good hope for the TVMA Marvel shows.
Yeah. Just real quick for those of you that don't know, Echo, she's deaf. That's it. She's deaf. Like Daredevil's blind, she's deaf. That's her superpower, I guess. She has the superpower of not hearing things. But obviously she's very well trained. She gets raised by Kingpin. And then, well, no spoilers, but that's her superpower, dude. Do you ever think of that? Her superpower is just being deaf. Oh, and Native American. By the way, first time Disney's ever used a Native American lead for a TV show or movie. So there you go. Representation. Good luck.
Moving on. There was a
Look right there. Look
yeah,
right there.
I know.
Oh, you saw
I
it?
know. I don't know what to do about it.
No, nothing. I don't think.
I've tried to handle the situation multiple times, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah. What the fuck? Maybe that's where they hide out.
No, it's anyway.
Right.
Moving on.
I'm really excited. What do you mean the OG Avengers are coming back?
So it's been rumored that because of how bad the current phase of the MCU is, that they have considered for a time of bringing them all back in a new movie, and everybody's like, yeah, we already know that. So we're getting Secret Wars. So people are like, has it always been the plan to bring them back for a movie? Are they really going to do it? I'm on the side of, I don't think it's always been the plan, and don't do it.
I agree with you 100%.
Especially if the reasoning behind it is because we're doing bad with what we planned. Don't do it then.
I think
Stick to your guidance.
Yeah, 100%.
And look to the future and improve. You've made billions of dollars. You'll be all right if you have a 3 bad movie run.
Yeah. Just focus on making the current characters as good as the original OG characters, and then we wouldn't be in this situation now, would we? Huh?
And focus, yeah. Then that's really it. There's not too much about it. It's not like confirmed or anything. That was just the one-off. But what is exciting is the Marvels comes out next Friday, I believe it is. I think it's on what is that, Veterans Day, whatever day that is. Anyway, what is exciting about this is I really hadn't been. They keep doing this thing to me, right? Where they'll announce or release Marvel shows or especially movies where I'm like, not really like,
not vibing.
I'll watch it to see like how the story's being pushed forward, you know what I mean? But then I'll hear something about it, or I'll know that somebody's been teased to be in it. I'm like, I gotta watch it. So in the latest, the Marvels trailer, it says it's like showing who is the girl, the black girl that got her powers in WandaVision, whatever her name is.
Miss Marvel.
No, that's the younger girl.
The black girl?
Yes.
Oh, the star one? Is that the one you're talking about?
I think so. It was like a blue suit or something.
Oh, in WandaVision, the black girl. Okay, never mind. I know who you're talking about. I don't remember her name. I do know who you're talking about, though. No. Yeah.
So there's like a scene where like it shows her like on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like somebody walks past her, and she's like, does this, and then it just like switches to a thing that just says, "Be there for what comes next," and then it all disappears except for the X and next.
Ooh. So do you think? What did they show of the person that was like teased? Did they show anything at all?
They showed like here down,
and he wasn't like wearing like colors or like, you know what I mean?
I can show you the trailer. It was like blue or whatever. I don't know. It's not really. It was nothing that gave anything away.
Yeah, I think if it was telling, I would have heard about it by now. Actually, yeah.
But I'm thinking, X, and I'm thinking the female-led Marvel movie. It's got to be Rogue or Storm.
Wait, what? You said it was blue? Something was blue?
I think their leg was blue, like whatever outfit they were wearing.
Oh.
But I don't know if it was just a random outfit and they just did something cool. I don't know if they're in a fight scene. Like, I don't. Maybe she was looking past whoever the hell walked past her. Like, I don't know.
Dude, what if it's J-Law?
I'm thinking female X-Men. It's not blue like Mystique. Yeah, completely blue,
but that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna bring one female from the X-Men series over, I think the easiest one to do would be J-Law, because she's the biggest actress out of all of them. You know what I mean? Wait. No.
I don't disagree.
No, wait. Isn't Storm the Storm one? What's her name? Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. It is in fact Halle Berry. So Maybe that one actually.
Anyway, I don't know who it is. That's all I know. I do know that I now kind of want to see the Marvels next Friday because of that happening. So
Ooh.
there we are.
I have a few very quick things. So the big thing. So Lexi said that she really enjoyed the movie It Follows. Okay, I did too.
Me too.
I thought it was incredible. Possibly one of the best like indie horror movies I've ever seen. Incredibly well done. One might even say the perfect movie.
The perfect movie?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it needs no follow up. It needs no intro.
Yeah.
There's nothing that needs to come prior, because the thing that came prior happened at the beginning of the movie. That chick died at the beach or whatever. She calls her dad. She's like, "Dad, I'm so sorry," and then she dies. Spoilers, I guess.
No. I'm thinking about that. Was she not being followed?
Yeah, she was.
Well, then it still raises. I don't want this, but I'm saying it could still raise the question of where did it come from?
Yeah. Well, buddy, you might get that question answered. For the hit follow-up to the movie It Follows,
It follows again.
they follow
Still following.
the following day. That's actually not bad.
28 weeks later?
The following
28 months later.
dude. Why would anyways, no. I love 28 weeks later.
Follow for follow.
What?
Follow for follow?
Oh, I see. We're still doing the follow thing. Follow for follow. That's pretty funny actually. Anyways, so the sequel They Follow
Too follow, too furious?
is apparently about them figuring out
Two follows?
where it came from.
Where it
Where it follows them from. Where it originally came from.
So it's them figuring it out like the like
I don't know.
we're gonna search it up, or it's like we're gonna show how it happened. Is it a prequel or a sequel? I need to know.
I think it's a sequel. It's a
Okay,
direct
okay,
sequel.
okay.
I think it literally, what I read was that it takes place moments after the movie ends in the first one.
Just like Loki season
Just
2.
Loki season 2, buddy.
It all ties back. That's pretty cool.
The thing is though, is that it was
Why do you have they follow? Is there multiple followers?
No, it's the name of the movie. They Follow.
Oh, that's what it's called.
That's the name of the movie.
Oh, I thought you were just giving a little cheeky.
No, that's
Hee hee.
no, I wish I was. The name of the movie is They Follow.
I was thinking like you can get like really unlucky and just like sleep with like 3 bad people, and then you have 3 followers, and you're like,
Damn it, dude.
I was trying to pass this to you.
Wait, what if they do that in the movie though? They just like have one big orgy. You know what I mean? What if they take that 16-year-old girl in that movie and then
Stop. Bad enough. Gross. Ooh.
speaking of bad, gross, ew. Ian, what did you say your favorite Halloween, like your comfort Halloween movie? Not The Shining, the other one.
Yeah, the actual real best Halloween movie of all time is Halloween Town. Full series.
See, yeah, Halloween Town's not bad. Halloween Town's not bad, but I went a different route. I said Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus. Classic Halloween
I don't
movie.
even like Hocus Pocus. Because nobody does, because it's a dog shit movie.
Well, buddy, guess what's getting a sequel and what isn't getting a sequel.
Well, guess what already had 3 sequels
Well,
and took like 20 plus years to get a
Wait,
Hocus
Halloween Town
Pocus
has
2.
3 movies?
There's Halloween Town.
Yeah,
There's Halloween Town 2 Calabar's Revenge.
I remember that one.
And there's Halloween Town High.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
That seems like a prequel, though.
It's not.
Oh. Anyways, Hocus Pocus is getting a 3rd movie. I'm gonna be completely honest here. I actually don't give a fuck.
Did you watch
About
Hocus
any
Pocus
of-
2?
No, I've never seen Hocus Pocus 2. I
Yeah.
watched Hocus Pocus 1. I only said Hocus Pocus because you said Halloween Town. I just took the opposite one.
Oh, I know.
I don't actually care about either of the movies.
Hocus Pocus 2. So I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll watch Hocus Pocus 1 for the first time. Watched it last year for the very first time. Had to understand what all the hype was about. Found out I've been right this whole time. It's a dog shit movie for dog shit people. Hocus Pocus 2, even worse. I hate it. It's stupid. Why'd they do it?
But Halloween Town High, that gets your stamp.
Halloween Town High is not good,
Oh, okay. All right.
but it's a Halloween Town continuation, so I'm going to watch it.
I see. Okay. So you're not completely
It's the worst of the Halloween
disillusioned.
Town trilogy.
The third one's the worst?
Yes.
Would you say the second one's the best?
Hard to say. The first one just captures that magic of me
Super
being
cool.
like 8 years old
Right.
at the beach in the fall with my mom,
Naturally.
eating some Domino's pizza.
What? Where is this Halloween? What's the Halloween part?
So we
At a beach eating pizza.
So we, for a little fun fact about me, little lore about my family.
Little Ian lore?
We're poor. We were poor growing up.
Poor lore.
So we'd go poor lore. We'd go to the beach
Right.
towards the fall.
Oh,
It's
I
cheap.
see. Yeah, because it's so much cheaper. That makes a lot of sense.
So we were there vibing, little cold, chilly night. What do we do? Not much is open because it's out of season. We get some Domino's pizza, turn on the TV. There's Halloween Town on Disney Channel. Fell in love with it.
I'm not gonna lie. That seems like a really cherishable memory.
It is. It's
I love that. I love that for you.
also movie's good as hell. So
Well,
it just
I think the moment
Ugh.
really. But anybody that is a big fan of child-oriented
people
Halloween
lose their
movies.
damn mind over how Hocus Pocus. By the way, so many people are going to be so hyped to hear this.
You're welcome. Hey, all you Hocus Pocusers, all you Hokies, all you Hokey Pokies,
Well, you fucking honkies.
all you honkies. Oh, we can say that.
Yeah.
Number 3, baby. I got you. Hocus Pocus 3 coming to a theater near you eventually. It was just announced. There was no date.
Fun fact:
Yeah.
summertime. We just lost it,
It's fun fact.
but next summer
Okay.
it's coming. It's only 3 seasons away. 3.5. You know what
Okay.
comes with it? Early summer 24.
Actually, I know I see what you're getting into, but I actually want to talk about this a little bit extended. Because 2024 looks to be one of the worst years for like TV in general, movie and TV in general. Why? Because the strike just ended.
Bro.
Everything's going to be coming out in 2025. Nothing's coming out in 2024 except for one thing.
House of the Dragon 2.
There it is. Hey, for all of you that are out there that haven't watched House of the Dragon because you haven't watched Game of Thrones, let me be the guy. Let me be the guy to tell you you don't need to watch Game of Thrones. It helps.
That's true.
It helps a lot. But you don't need to because I never watched Game of Thrones past season 4.
You should watch House of the Dragon 1 before you watch 2 House, 2 Dragon.
That is true. They follow Dragon. Dragon follows. That's pretty cool. I was a really big fan of the first season. I actually still haven't finished it. Every time we talk about House of the Dragon, I go, oh yeah, I need to finish it.
You should finish it. It's pretty good.
How many episodes are there? 8, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. I think
10
it's
at
6.
most, but that sounds like too many.
That does sound like too many. But House of the Dragon season 2 is coming out in 2024. And the thing is there is a lot of things coming out in 2025.
Yes.
There is like next to nothing. And I think 2024, how you've been talking about, 2024 is going to be the year of reality television.
Yeah, it's going to be
That's what-
people
yeah.
like me.
Just slurp it up, baby.
That's what I'm saying,
Slurp
buddy.
it up.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Also, I don't want to get into this yet.
Okay.
That next bullet. I want to get into that later.
Wait, which one?
Literally
the next one?
Where the cursor is at?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
next one.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to wait on that.
All right, then I will go ahead and talk about. We all knew it was coming. We've had 2 of them, and we always knew that they were a prequel to the original. But now we finally have the final part of the trilogy, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Any other ape fans out there, dude? Any other apes? Any other apers? I loved Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
The second one? The first one of the new.
I forget.
Bet he loves it. Doesn't even know this guy.
It's been like 5 years. James Franco, right?
I think that's
Yeah.
the first one, and I really liked it as well. And then I think the second one came out, and I was like, "This is a movie."
Yeah, I thought it was pretty okay. The first one's really fucking good.
I did see all the old Planet of the Apes with my uncle. He showed me them, and I thought they were neat. Obviously, not the cinematic masterpiece they are today,
Right.
but yeah, I thought that they would do well as being brought back. So this one,
Yeah.
so what is this? Kingdom is, I'm guessing, time jump even more to where they've come up completely taken over.
I did watch the trailer. It was. I'm not gonna lie. This was one of the trailers that I watched when all of that was happening. You know what I mean? Just like the general stuff happening around here. So I couldn't really fully pay attention to it.
Yes.
But it does look like this is going to be the final movie. So obviously after this, it's just Planet of the Apes. That's, you know,
Is it?
it just happens. After it looks like this is going to be the final movie that's just Planet. So I guess if they make a fourth movie, it could be Planet of the Apes.
You have to do another prequel of Rise of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, Rise Again, Kingdom Time. It
Four
follows.
Planet, four Apes.
Follow Apes.
Planet of the Apes, Tokyo Drift.
2 Planet, Apes follow.
Apes 7.
Anyways. The new trailer for the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is out. If you guys were fans of the first two,
I feel like
definitely.
these movies are taking a long time in between each other, like longer than you would think if they were going to continue on.
What, the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, kind of like how I felt about Jurassic Park. They've picked back up in the last two, but after that first one, there was a bit of a hiatus before 2.
No.
And 3 was relatively soon after. Planet, like that first Planet of the Apes movie, like to start this trilogy off, I feel like that was
2012, didn't it?
And if it did, that's 11 years
That
ago.
is true. Okay, Google. When did Rise of the Planet of the Apes come out? 2011.
That's what I'm saying.
That was 12 years ago.
12 years for this sequel.
Almost, actually, exactly almost 12 years. That is wild to me. I can't believe that. No wonder I don't remember the movies, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
12 years ago. I watched it, I think, like the month that it came out at the very least. Anyways.
All right, one last break.
Okay.
Unless there's going to be another break, I'll let you know. My beer. Yo, real quick, look at these screen grabs from Echo.
Yep, it's definitely definitely a little bit more mature this time around. That's pretty crazy. Also, quick little aside, I just read well, on Reddit, one, the team that is behind the engine that makes all of the Resident Evils are completely overhauling the engine that does all of the Resident Evils. And Resident Evil 9 is slated to have the biggest budget of any game Capcom has ever made. So with a brand new budget, or a brand new engine, excuse me,
Sure.
and a massive budget, Resident Evil fans are going to be...
That's good.
Village was so damn good. Did
You know,
you play all of it yet?
I haven't played any of it,
Oh my god.
but I have it here, and it's also compatible with my PSVR 2.
Resident Evil Village is by far the
I-
one of the best word games
It's
I've
going
ever
to
played.
scare the shit out of me, and
It's so
I can't play it in VR because I will cry.
It's not like... It's not...
I'll cry. I'll cry.
Yeah. No, it does have some scary parts. It does have some spooky parts.
No, that's pretty cool though. I feel like them saying that they're gonna. What was that one part you said there? Something about like. Or
What did I say?
were you getting to the point of like they're going to remaster all the old ones? Because I feel like we've been remastering
Oh,
Resident
no,
Evil for. Oh, okay.
No, I was just saying that they're going to be getting... That's it. Just that Resident Evil 9 looks like it's going to be huge. Massive budget and a new engine. Kind of excited.
Yeah, then that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I also heard, as far as big budgets go, that Sega is working on a crazy game.
What? Sega?
Sega?
Yeah.
Crazy game.
What kind of budget could Sega possibly have? You know what I mean?
Take a stab.
$10 million.
That's way too low. That's unbelievably too low, apparently.
$250 million.
Too low.
Shut the fuck up. No way. $500 million.
So 500 million?
Yeah.
Too low.
$1 billion.
$800 million is supposedly what Sega is
Basically
devoting
$1 billion.
to their next to the game.
The game.
Think of it, Dev.
Mm.
Sega,
Mm.
the game.
The game is based on Sega?
I don't know.
This is the whole game. The whole game is you build a video game company, and at the very last level, you invest $800 million into a video game, and then the whole thing crumbles, and then it's game over.
It's like The Sims.
It is exactly The Sims.
You spend all this time building a life, building a video game company for yourself,
But if that's what you want.
and then at the very end, you go
die.
out how everyone goes out, cooking a bowl of spaghetti.
Shitting and pissing.
Your oven catches fire. I want to play The Sims 3 again so bad. Anyway,
Dude, The Sims is easily one of my most favorite games. By the way, real quick aside, Ian spent like, I swear to God, like an entire day trying to get his sim to be a professional streamer, so that way he could have a sim that just made money by sitting on the computer. And then his character got old and died right as he made it to the top. Right as he made it to the top. Funniest shit I've seen in years.
you know what they say,
Only at the top.
life mimics art. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Art mimics life.
What are you trying to say? You trying to say I'm gonna make it big and then die?
We're gonna be 75 years old and finally have 1 million followers on Twitch, and then die.
A good podcast is
We're gonna be like, welcome back to this week's episode of ReUp.
Speaking of things that I'm excited for, actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to segue it like that. So Futurama is getting 2 more seasons. They've been renewed for 2 more seasons. I didn't even know they had a new season going on right now.
Yes, sir.
That makes it its 4th continuation, I think.
Yeah. So I wanted to watch the new season because I watched a lot of like towards the end of Futurama,
Yeah.
but I didn't watch a lot of beginning ones. Besides, like they would always replay like the first episode of Futurama. So I started.
Wiener.
Yeah. So I started with like the beginning.
Yeah.
I've been watching through them a bit, and I haven't gotten very far because whatever. But I read people were saying that like I think it was the very first time that it was done. Like they consider that to have been like it would have been like one of the best like finales if they would have just left it at that.
Dude, the like original finale they had was really good. I kind of disagree though. I think the ultimate, I don't know what you want to say,
the most recent one.
The most recent ending was really, really good. It was also very, very well done.
So that's where I'm at, right? It's like I want to watch it and see how it ended and how it's starting again. Yeah. But like I do really like Futurama. I just never gave it the time of day I've gave other animated shows. I just shows. And oh no, I'm trying to get to that point. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to ruin it, but it's also a lot of to digest.
Futurama is one of the few shows in my life that has a lot of seasons that I also watched front to back. Like I didn't give a shit that it had so many seasons because I loved that. I thought it was so goddamn funny.
I wish that more animated shows would do that. Not end. I don't want them to end, but like Futurama has like it's very loose, but a bit of a coherent story. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know that Leela likes Fry, or the other way around. Fry likes Leela.
Yeah.
Zoidberg, other characters.
Yeah.
Bender.
And then it's just like
the Hell Guy.
Like I think of like Family Guy. Like I've always really liked Family Guy. The only like ongoing story in Family Guy was like Peter's boss is changing or his job changing, and that's only because Carrie Fisher died, so he got a different boss.
That is
you know
true.
what I mean? Like nothing in that show or especially obviously The Simpsons, like really.
Yeah, it's just an anthology. Yeah.
Bob's Burgers, stuff like that. Like I don't know. I want to watch. I just need to feel like I'm doing it for a point. If I'm just watching it for no reason, it's
I mean, at that point, it's just like mental decay, right? Like you're just watching it just to pass time. But like if there's an actual story,
which is fine.
Yeah, it is fine.
But it gets me more interested in it if that's not the case.
Yeah. So Futurama getting 2 more seasons. Didn't even know they had a new season. For all of you Futurama fans out there, now you know. I think they're in season. That would make it season 13.
Nice.
Or it's 14. One of the two. 14 seasons. I don't think they needed 9 of them.
Speaking of new seasons, I haven't watched season 1 yet, but Invincible season 2 started today, I believe.
Goddamn, dude.
So that's I think they're only doing the first 3, maybe 4. I think just the first 3 episodes before they're taking a break until next year. Is that because of the strike? I don't know. If it is because of the strike, it just ended very recently.
Yeah.
So how long are we going to be waiting? You know what I mean?
I can't believe that. They say how many episodes they were planning on doing?
I don't know.
Or is it just the first 4 and then whatever happens?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that far into it.
Invincible is easily one of the best animated shows I've ever seen in my life. That is including all of the anime I've ever seen.
Ooh, that's high regards then.
I think it, like animated shows in general, I think it cracks top 5. Definitely top 10, maybe top 5, but Invincible is incredibly good. I can't believe you haven't watched it yet. You know what, dude? After this podcast is over, let's at least watch episode 1. Episode 1, you'll be like, what?
All right, maybe.
You won't believe how this show starts, let alone how it ends.
Fair enough, man.
Anyways, speaking of which, I kind of wanted to segue into this when we were talking about Futurama, but I forgot that it was in here. One of the other things that I want to talk about with you this week was any show you've seen that is completely finished.
Yeah.
What are your favorite? Like, what are the shows that you think have perfect endings? Or just like your favorites. It doesn't even need to be a perfect ending. Just one of your favorite series finales in general. Any show you've ever seen, and when it ended, you actually felt good that it ended there.
That's very few and far between.
It is. It is.
A lot of times it pisses me off. And I famously say, I don't like to stay pissed off at it because, you know, we got what we got, right?
Right.
So let's just enjoy it for what it was. I say that through like gritted teeth.
Right.
It's very hard. I don't know. As much as I say that I really like Breaking Bad, or didn't mean to say Breaking Bad. I was thinking of Sons of Anarchy, but Breaking Bad came out.
That would have been a much better answer than what you're actually about to say, but okay.
No, they both are gonna tie into the same.
Oh, okay. Got it.
We'll go with Breaking Bad. I love Breaking Bad. I thought it was a great show. I thought the final season was bullshit that they made it. Oh, final season part 1 this year. Final season part 2 this year. The ending of it, like, yeah, Heisenberg had to die. Sure, fine. Yeah. Just seemed like he just became like more of a scumbag than he ever was in the last couple episodes.
I mean, he is like, it's so crazy to think that he is a bad guy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, we see him as like this, oh, I don't want to get into making meth. Oh, I'm just a chemistry teacher. Oh, but at the end of the movie, he's a bad dude.
He's a drug kingpin.
Yeah, literally.
But
it's so crazy to think about.
I don't know. That ending just like,
oh, this isn't one of your favorites. You're saying you don't like the ending to Breaking Bad?
No, not really.
Oh, wow.
Like, I knew he had to die, and that's fine. I don't care that Bryan Cranston died in it. Fine, sure. Perfect. But just like the whole like, oh, we're gonna have an automated turret that just shoots through and kills all of our enemies.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, wasn't that Ozymandias?
Kind of corny. I think it was. It probably was. That's like the only TV show in IMDb rated a 10 out of 10. Anyway, then he's just like in a pit, like laughing but also dying.
It's crazy. It is a crazy ending to a show.
Sons of Anarchy. I love Sons of Anarchy. I think every episode of Sons of Anarchy ends on a cliffhanger. Love that. Makes me want to watch more every time I'm watching. I'm like, one more episode. I've watched it multiple times. Never can get that feeling away because I always forget what happens.
Yeah.
The whole entire point of Sons of Anarchy is he like wants to change what they're doing. He wants to get them out of being like an outlaw gang. He wants them to get into more legitimate businesses and stuff like that. And then like, because people, and maybe this is the overarching theme in the story in itself, is because people keep like lying and not owning up to their shit. Like, bad shit keeps happening to them that could have just been solved if they would just have a conversation. And then towards the end of it, like, he stops really caring and starts just going all out, killing people, doing bad shit. And then it ends the way that his dad died. He like just goes out on the highway, gets ran over.
Oh, that's right. He dies in the end. I forgot about that.
Because like he betrays the club or whatever the fuck you want to say. But it's just like, I don't know, man.
And you're saying this is one of your favorite?
No, it's not. I hate it too.
What? It's his favorite series finales. And you're giving me two you don't like?
What I'm trying to get at is, as much as I am all about
I understand.
A good season,
I understand.
I'm not letting it ruin it for me. A lot of shows do not end very well
in a way that you like.
And I'm going to hit you with probably the most controversial take on favorite series finales of all time. One that I think ended in a very, very good way that a lot of people I don't think we're watching the show closely enough.
Oh, was it Lost? Was
It's
I right?
Lost. Yeah.
No way.
I think
Yes.
it, Lost, I think, got away from itself for a bit.
Yeah,
Did some stuff where they're like, I don't know why we did that.
yeah.
Maybe it did. But I think at the end of that show, they say, hey, this is what it was.
Yeah.
This is why they did it. Maybe some things are up for grabs, but all in all, we know where everyone's at. And this is why they're here.
Don't they like say
Good.
that they have to go back or something like that at one point? I know somebody said that like that's one of their favorite lines from a TV show ever is when they say we have to go back.
I'm sure they do at some point.
Oh.
So pretty much the end of
I've never
Lost.
watched Lost.
Lost, pretty much what it is. Yeah, they're on a plane crashes, blah blah blah, and then it just gets so weird because there's rewinds, there's flash forwards, there's like flash sideways where
What the
like
fuck?
they're like also on the island, but like not really. Like they're also living a life off the island. It's like what the hell is going on?
That's so crazy.
And pretty much at the end of the day, what it all boils down to is we were all on this plane.
Yeah.
We crashed. The people that show survived. And then we died whenever we died, whether it was on the island, whether it was after we got back from the island, was after these people that did come back to the island. Like it's confusing.
Yeah,
It's very confusing.
yeah,
It's hard to explain, but more or less it is at the end of the show, whether they lived a full life, lived a short life because of the tragedies, they all went through this whole crazy experience together. So they're all been waiting in purgatory together until they're all there and can pass on together.
That's what the show is.
That's
They're
how-
all on the island waiting.
No. The island happens. Everything happens.
Oh, you said they're all meet.
But at the end of it, there's like these flash forwards or these whatevers where they're like in like a chapel, like a church, right?
Yeah.
Sitting in
Oh,
pews
I
and they're
see.
like, hey, there's Hurley. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the very end of the show, that's what it is.
Yeah.
They've all now finally died. And then they're like, that's the last one. We've been waiting for you so we can all step in together. We can all leave purgatory together.
Okay, got it.
And a lot of people, like, I don't understand how it is. People watching Lost will be like, the ending makes no sense.
Yeah.
Or it's stupid. Yeah, maybe it's a little stupid. Sure, fine. But
I'll
like,
give you that.
I'll give you that, yes. But it makes sense. It's not
that's true.
open-ended.
Yeah.
Like, it has a clear ending. Just listen to the story.
Hey,
That's
I'm gonna say
that's a big soapbox. But
for a show to like get a definitive ending is kind of a rarity. You know what I mean? There's so few shows that actually run the full time they're supposed to and get the full amount of episodes that they're supposed to.
I agree.
I just said the same.
That's
thing.
what I was saying about Westworld last weekend, I think it was.
Dude, I actually found out. I was reading something about Westworld. I found out that Westworld. Yo, what up, Crafty? How you doing? Westworld. The reason I never really got into Westworld, I didn't know this whenever I was watching it, but apparently, like everything ties in on the final episode of the first season. Like finally, everything that it's happening or whatever. I don't know. Haven't seen it, but apparently, the last episode of the first season just blows people fucking.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah.
The first season of Westworld is pound for pound best TV show I've ever watched.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
that's crazy.
And that is why I was talking about Fallout, is why I'm excited, because it's the same creators.
Oh yeah,
Made Westworld, making Fallout TV show for Amazon. It's going to be so good.
I watched it. Well, that's the thing. You were talking about Westworld. I know that I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes of it. And I was like, why is like Ian and I have a lot of similar tastes. I can't believe that I didn't like it as much as he did. But apparently, I have to finish the whole first season or something like that, which I will get around to eventually. However, my favorite series finale, I'm gonna hit you with 2. One's an anime, and one is an actual show that you've seen.
Perfect.
Season 1 of American Horror Story. Since technically all of American History X, since all of American Horror Story is technically an anthology, then that means all of the first season is the series
Self-contained.
finale.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
technically the series finale. I know I got you on a little technicality there, but I think Murder House was a perfectly told story.
I agree.
Ended perfectly. I have no notes whatsoever. Other seasons, we can have a talk about other seasons.
Yeah,
But
there
the
are.
first season, and the second show that I have runs for 2 seasons, 24 episodes in total, and ends on an absolutely perfect note that I will never forget. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop. It's actually a show that you've talked. It kind of fits like the thing that you're looking for, where you think it's an anthology,
Yeah.
where every episode is self-contained, but then you realize about 6 or 7 episodes in, you're like, oh, there is actually a bigger story being told here. And then the final episode, dude, the story comes to a climax. Oh,
I actually
perfect ending.
a couple like before we moved in here, I had started watching Cowboy Bebop, and I was really enjoying it. I don't know why I stopped, but to hear that makes me want to. I mean, I'm gonna restart if I do it because it's been, you know what I mean, like
See you soon,
7 or 8
Space
months.
Cowboy.
But
That's where men cry.
men cry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other ones.
I genuinely, like, sometimes when I put these in here on the docs, I don't think about my answer at all.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Yeah.
good.
So I could have other better answers, but those are the 2 that I thought of when we moved on to this. I can't think of like any show that would top those 2 endings for me.
I had a point in time where I was like obsessing over finishing shows because I needed to know what the series finale was. You know what I mean? One that also, and that's the thing, a lot of them just pissed me the fuck off. One that pissed me off was That 70s Show.
Wait, what?
Dude, do you ever watch the end of That 70s Show?
No, I never even watched like a full season. I've watched a few episodes. But...
So they added it to Netflix back when we were like, I don't know, 16.
Sure.
And I was just like, watch it before bed, you know, just start to finish. And like as it goes on, when the episode is over, it's running running credits, and it shows like the license plate of the car. And then you'll know where it's at because it'll show like the year, like the sticker. You'll have the year. As it goes, it starts at 70, goes 70, you know, the whole way up. 79 is the end of it, you know.
Naturally.
And then the last season of it, Topher Grace, I don't know, I think he was doing Spider-Man 2 or 3 as Venom.
Oh, okay, yeah. That
Also,
makes sense.
fun fact, Topher Grace is Venom in Spider-Man. That's insane. But
that is a fun fact. It's also a fun fact to think that 70s show didn't come out like in the 80s or the 90s. It came out like early 2000s.
yeah.
That's crazy to me. About the 70s?
Do you know about That 80s Show?
Do you know about that 90s show?
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
It is that 90s show.
With the guy from
Yeah.
Always Sunny?
Yeah. Wait, what? I thought you were just talking about like the mom and the dad. I don't know what the hell you're.
No, That 90s Show is the new one.
Yeah.
It's just on Netflix.
Yeah.
So there was a run for like a few episodes, like maybe a season, maybe 6 episodes, 7 episodes of That 80s Show. And it's like Dennis from Always Sunny.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's dog shit.
How long ago was this?
Like maybe 2010s. I don't know.
Okay.
But
All right. That's crazy.
what I'm getting at, that show and series finale sucked. The reason that it sucked is Topher Grace wasn't there the entire time. He's been like in Colombia or something, like as a professor. Yeah. And like,
oh, that's what they in universe say.
Yeah, and then Donna is like with some other dude the whole time.
Oh,
but then like he comes back, and then like are they going to rekindle or not? Well, they have a kid together in That 90s Show, so yeah. But it's like the whole time, like he comes back like at the very end of the episode. So you had a whole season with this random dude and random love interest that you don't care about. You know what I mean? And then like they kind of break up or whatever. And you know Eric's coming back. You're like, all right. And then you see him with Donna and maybe the rest of the crew. I don't even know or not. At like towards the very end. And then, but the whole thing that you want to see the whole time is you want to see him with his mom. You know what I mean? Him and Kitty's relationship was just like...
That is true. That is true.
So that's what you want to see.
They do have a nice dynamic.
And then, like, the whole time is what you want to see. And then it's just, like, eventually, like, oh, we got to get upstairs. They just smoked. So it's all smoky in the basement. And then they're like, they all run upstairs, but it doesn't show you upstairs. It just shows the basement with the smoke. And you hear them upstairs going 10, 9, 8.
Wait, I think I've seen that. I have seen that
to
part.
go into...
1980.
Which... That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
But I just don't like the idea that he wasn't around. You know what I mean? Why do we gotta hide that big reveal?
It's like a series finale that I've always had issues with is The Office. I think the last 2 seasons were just god awful. Not god awful, but they weren't that great. And then like they thought that I would like love the ending to the show because they brought back Steve Carell for like 20 minutes. No.
Yeah.
No.
I never really had that big of an issue with the Office ending. I didn't think it was too bad. I thought that the fact that Pam was like, Jim's in Philly 2 hours away is bullshit. Let's move to Texas. Was a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's move to Texas. I can't handle you being in Philly a few days a week. Let's move to Texas with our 8-year-old kid. And also, what is Daryl doing? He's traveling the country. You're okay with Philadelphia. But you're okay with him traveling the country?
I think I mean, obviously, a lot of people's issue and my biggest issue with it is the whole just like the boom mic guy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
It's
And then
cringe.
they just like drop it, and then they show you Steve Carell, and they're like, "Show's over. Seen the reboot." Speaking of, wait, hold on. Real quick, I'm gonna set up the clip, and we're gonna do it real fast. Boom. I don't want to show this out. You know, while we're talking about that, do you have any shows that you think ended perfectly? Like your favorite series finale. The rest of the show doesn't need to quite stack up to the series finale, but your favorite series finales in general. While you're at it, give me a few that you hate.
That'll be easier.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know. I always say that I like series finales. I think that they're always like, take what you get,
Yeah,
and that's it. I hate Breaking Bad.
That is so crazy to me. But continue.
I hate Sons of Anarchy, even though it's one of my favorite shows. You know, little this, little that.
Sure.
And then my favorite one, even though it's very controversial for a lot of people that watch the show, is Lost. Yeah. I think Lost ended in a great way if you're paying enough attention. But
I could,
that can be a whole thing.
I knew you were gonna. I don't know how I knew, but I knew you were gonna say Lost. I think for me personally, I have two shows that I think end perfectly. First one's kind of a cheat. It's the first season of American Horror Story, Murder House. Perfectly written story, perfectly ends. And then the second show that I have is Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is the perfect anime, start to finish. Easily one of my top 3 anime of all time. And I think it's just beautiful the whole way through. Hate The Office. Hate The Office series finale, by the way.
Since you mentioned Cowboy Bebop, I do also think that My Hero Brotherhood. Oh, My Hero.
Oh,
I'm an idiot.
Alchemist. Yeah.
Stop. Since you mentioned The Office, I also think that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood had a perfect ending.
You think so?
I think it gave you the entire series. You kept wondering if you're going to get what you want. And then you get what you want.
You get what you want.
And then at the end, it's like gives you a good, they could continue it if they wanted to.
They didn't have to do it.
And they don't have to because you know that it's just moving on. We're just moving on. We're not dead after
I
it.
didn't even think of that. That is a good answer. I do like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood finale. That's pretty good.
But
there you go. There's the clip. We have 2 more things to talk about. Both are yours, but I can definitely hop in on the main one that you want to talk about.
let's talk about the little one first.
Yeah.
Little one is the new Mission Impossible movie just came out.
Yeah.
I don't know how recently. I didn't get to watch it yet. I do
called
like
Dead
Mission
Reckoning,
Impossible. I think it's good. Dead Reckoning Part 1.
That is true.
But in this movie, so Tom Cruise is the kind of actor that does all his own stunts as well.
That is true also.
And I was watching a video of him doing a stunt, and he's on this dirt bike, right? And he's just going down this hill.
Yeah.
Like, and then it shows in front of him, there's just this huge ramp. Like a huge ramp.
Yeah.
With like a red line painted in the middle. And it's like staying in the red line if you can. I'm like, okay. Okay.
Wow.
So he goes down this huge ramp, takes off, and then is just free falling off the side of a mountain. And like the director's like watching on the camera, like sweating, like looking at it, and they're like, I see a shoot.
Holy hell.
So he flies off this thing going probably like 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know. Holds on to it as long as he can. Lets go. Pulls a parachute. Lands on the ground.
There's like 60.
Yeah. Also, his response after he did it, they're like, that was great. That was beautiful. Perfect. His response was, I think I can hold on to the motorcycle longer. Let's run it again. He did that 6 times in a row of jumping off the side of a mountain.
Pull the shoot.
Like, what? 6 times. I don't want to do that once in my entire life.
Okay. Follow me.
I would do it for millions of dollars. Continue.
Let's assume for a second that Tom Cruise is just an adrenaline junkie that became an action hero, an action movie star. But in reality, he's an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, we need you to ride this motorcycle off the side of the face of this cliff, and then free fall and then pull a chute. And then he just gets in a raging erection. He says yes, does it 6 more times, gets paid to do it.
Yeah.
And then moves on with his life. I think Tom Cruise is actually just an adrenaline junkie, disguised as an action hero.
Well, I know that he, like, when he was doing the new Top Gun, he was like learning how to fly like fighter jets. He's like,
Jimmy met him?
I can do this. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But
Wait, you said he learned how to fly a fighter jet?
Yeah.
What is with this guy? Can I do all my own stunts just to add to like my resume of things that I've done?
They're like, hey, Tom, how about like you ride a dirt bike away from the bad guys? He's like, what if I jump it off a cliff? But I'm also wearing a parachute. Would that be something? Is that something?
Oh. No,
No, that's
Tom,
actually-
we can't do that.
That would cost us millions of dollars in insurance. What if you die? That seems like your problem.
I go out doing what I love.
One last
Being an
break.
adrenaline junkie. Got it. Ian's been holding off on what we're about to talk about the whole pod. The whole thing. He's been holding off on this one thing. So I wish you all the best. Yeah, we talked about that last week on the podcast, actually. Kind of funny you bring that up. The Boy Who Lived, I believe is what they call it. Yeah, that is it. Yeah. I think it actually also just recently came out. No, you're good. It's fine. Ian also might have cut it out. There's a possibility. Sometimes I forget what we talked about, like in the live stream, and then Ian will cut it out of the podcast itself, like what you listen to on Spotify or whatever, and then I just don't remember what we talked about that he cut. Did you cut out the Boy Who Lived from last week's episode?
Boy Who Lived.
Yeah, the Daniel Radcliffe thing.
Come to die. I don't know.
The boy who lived is coming to die.
I don't think I cut that out.
Oh.
But there's also a chance I cut it out. Actually, if anything, shows that Crafty doesn't listen to the episode.
Hey, it's okay. It's all right. But the big thing that Ian's been holding off on.
You ready?
Let's get it. I'm
The
ready.
big thing is, welcome to Too Good Burger, home of the Too Good Burger. Huh?
Can I take your 2 order?
Yeah. Good Burger 2
No.
has been announced by Nickelodeon Studios.
That's crazy.
Did you ever watch Good Burger?
I have.
I haven't.
Plenty of times.
I have not
Oh,
watched.
okay.
I've never seen it.
I'll watch it one less time for you.
But the reason I wanted to bring it up is there's something going on.
There's something smells afoul. Something smells weird.
And it's not burgers.
And it's not beards.
It is the fact that every single franchise that I can mention either already has completed or is getting a reboot. Every single one. Think of one right now.
The what?
Think of a franchise right now. Anything.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Probably has a reboot. It has a Camp Coral. It has a Patrick Star show. Think of another one.
Rugrats.
I already had one. Think of another one.
Invader Zim.
All right. You're bad at this. Mean Girls getting a reboot.
Oh wait, I got it. Danny Phantom.
God,
You wish,
I
right?
hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope so bad.
I love that. I loved that show, dude. What was the other one with the hot redhead? Kim Possible.
Kim Possible. But what I'm getting at, okay, so I keep seeing it. And I just real quickly put together a list that I thought of within 2 minutes of reboots that I can think of. That and it's iCarly already had it, already canceled again.
Yeah, it came and went actually already.
Zoe 102.
I forgot about that.
TV movie on Paramount Plus. Friends and Harry Potter. It wasn't really a reboot, but it was like a reunion, cast reunion. They all got together and talked about stuff. Maybe that's cheating. Maybe it's not.
I mean, but they're also making a spin-off TV show.
They are making a Harry Potter spinoff.
So
Goosebumps just has a new series
Crazy.
on Disney. Percy Jackson, the Olympians, is getting a new TV show.
I cannot believe that they're redoing Percy Jackson. I loved those books.
I'm pretty hyped because I think the
I
other
am
ones
hyped
weren't that
too.
good.
Yeah, I loved those books, but I just can't believe that it's happening. That's crazy to me.
We've talked about Netflix's Narnia reboot
It's true.
with Greta Gerwig. I just saw today there's going to be a Prison Break reboot.
So crazy.
The Office, we talked about getting a reboot.
It's getting a reboot. I mean, we just talked about that 90s show. That 70s show got a reboot.
And I don't know what's going on. I'm
There's
not
a
going to be
lot
one of those people that's like, Hollywood has no good ideas.
I mean, kinda.
But even if that's the case,
Yeah.
every franchise I
Yeah.
can think of. What it is us millennials here are getting older, and they're like these idiots have loved nostalgia since day one.
These guys, that's all they do is talk about the 90s.
We weren't even trying to bring back the vinyl record, and these morons just wanted to start buying them because they're hipsters and such.
They have one personality trait, and that's longs for the past.
Born in the wrong generation.
Born in the wrong generation. I'm like sitting here trying to think of other because I swear to God, we talk about a new reboot or spinoff happening every week
I'm saying.
on the podcast.
If you could have anything rebooted, what would you like to see rebooted?
Rebooted?
Yeah, like if what do you think ended too soon? Or not even like it's going to be a continuation, just like besides Danny Phantom, that you'd like to see some more things. Big mood.
That's very good. A reboot of anything I want.
Well, you know, we can even expand it to a reboot or a spin-off. Like maybe there's somebody a story that you'd like to see continued. Even Breaking Bad gave us El Camino, so we know that Jesse's not dead. We're
That is
getting
true.
everything.
That's true. They did do El Camino.
Dude, that's a good question. There's a lot of things that I'd like to see rebooted or just redone in general. Dude, I literally just keep thinking Naruto. That's like the one thing that I just keep thinking of.
We have Boruto.
Yeah. Literally shut up. Literally never talk again.
We have Boruto.
I hate you.
Also,
Sucks so goddamn bad. No, that's not true. You actually just have to get through 300 episodes of Boruto before it starts to get good. That's what I've been told.
oh,
So there you go.
easy.
Yeah.
Reading Rainbow Reading Rainbow, but with Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Actually, it has to be Donald Glover. If you don't know why it has to be Donald Glover, then you're not fam. That's just what it is. Like, I hate to be the one to tell you that, but you're not fam if you don't know why it has to be Donald Glover. Butterfly in the sky. Anyways, give me some of yours. Give me some of yours while I think about this. Some of your things that you'd like to see rebooted,
I
revisited.
just had one. Then we started talking about Donald Glover.
Actually, you know what? Give me something you'd like to see rebooted, and then give me something you'd like to see spun off. So now you have to think about your favorite character from a show that's not the main character.
Couldn't it be like supporting characters?
Sure,
like,
whatever.
like closely supporting. Like for example, if it's not going to be Friends, but if I did Friends, can I pick any of the Friends, or are they all considered main characters?
I don't think we should ever reboot Community, by the way. Oh, you're saying that was for the Donald Glover thing. Yeah, you can pick any of the Friends, dude.
Oh, dude, we should do a spin-off of the Troy and Abed show. It's not like it doesn't provide anything story-wise.
Right,
It's just short 15-minute Greendale morning announcements.
And they just jerk off the whole time.
I feel like if Community was a real show, that Abed specifically would love our podcast.
Ours?
He
Specifically?
loves movies and TV.
That is
That's
true.
all he is. That's his entire.
We gotta find all the Abeds of the world and bring them here.
Trying.
That's true. We're trying.
I only found two. It's me and you.
Anyways, I thought you were saying Community as something that you like to see rebooted, and I was
No.
like, no, please.
I don't want to see it rebooted. It was perfect
It's
the first
perfect as
time.
it
It
is.
needs nothing else.
But I understand now that you're saying that was from Donald Glover.
Something that I did want was
Exactly.
the. Funny that I actually said about this earlier today, but the series of unfortunate events they did a movie of it in like the early 2000s with Jim Carrey,
Yeah, I remember.
and it was dog.
I remember that it was,
But
people hated it.
they did a Netflix series where each book had its own episode.
I watched it.
So good.
It was pretty good.
Unbelievably good. I mean, I can't
And,
ask for it to be rebooted again, but it was
Who cares?
it was an amazing reboot
Yeah.
of that show.
I think John Hamm was in it too.
He might have been.
Was he the
It had
dad?
that guy.
He was the dad that died.
No, maybe he might have been, but it had that guy. That was from Castle. Who's that guy? We both like.
Castle?
We both like that guy. I'm pretty sure it was Castle.
I've never seen Castle.
Firefly also.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The guy.
That guy.
That we like.
Yeah.
But
The guy that like a lot of women find handsome. Nathan Fillion. Thank you. So many women find Nathan Fillion handsome, and I just don't see it. I don't see it. You know what?
I think he looks like he wants to be John Hamm.
He
Also,
does
for the
want to be
record.
John Hamm. You're right. That's a good way of putting it.
He's like John Hamm mixed with.
Autism.
You might not understand this, but to me, he's John Hamm mixed with Brendan Fraser. Like I just
Brendan Fraser. I could see that.
let's just.
I could see that.
He's got the Hollywood good looks, but it mixed with just a little bit of goofy, like Brendan
He's
Fraser
like a
has.
little goofy looking dude, and that's I see where the Brendan Fraser comes in. I will actually say that Firefly is a great option for
Yeah,
reboot
yeah.
because I know that people love Firefly. I've never seen it. Specifically, I've never seen it because I know that it ends after one season, and people
That's why I never
love
watched
that.
it, too.
Yeah,
That's the
I'm not
exact
gonna
reason I
watch a
never
show,
watched it.
fall in love with it, and know that it doesn't have a continuation. I'm sorry. But Firefly is a great answer for all the people that enjoyed Firefly.
Oh, dude, Jumper.
I mean, if you wanted a reboot,
Chronicle.
Jumper. I thought we were doing specifically TV shows. Can we do movies too?
I don't care, bro. I don't care.
No, I don't think. No. I think for me, I'd pick a TV show. Let's just reboot all of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's reboot all of The Walking Dead and make it not shit.
But not spin-offs. I don't want spin-offs.
And no spinoffs. No spinoffs. Just whole new cast, same story, exact same story. New cast, but make it less boring. That's it.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Cut out like seasons 3 through 6 also. Just go season 1, 2, and then immediately introduce the dude with the baseball bat.
Negan, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, spin off with Negan.
She said, "Oh, they could follow the fucking comics." There's a spin-off with
That is
Negan
true.
coming.
That is true, actually. They could
There's a spin-off with Negan being friends with Maggie, who he beat her husband's head
Your
in.
husband's had him, yeah. That is.
That's
I
fine.
remember now you talking about
That's
that.
normal.
That's so weird.
That's
I mean,
all right.
it's normal. That's normal and fair and true.
Yeah, why not?
I can't. Wow. I said that off the top of my head, and they're actually doing a Negan spinoff. I forgot about that.
What about Supernatural?
I think Supernatural. I would love to see Supernatural rebooted, but they just
And
abstain
make it
from
more
the religion.
concise.
They just abstain from religion the whole time.
Well, it's kind of hard to do.
I think that if they didn't do a monster of the week,
Yeah, yeah.
and maybe had like 4 or 5 episodes dedicated to hunting one monster, you get like 6 seasons out of that. Like
Yeah, make it more scarier. Make it more,
More
feel
scary,
like there's
sure.
consequences. That
Yeah.
is a show with no fucking consequences.
there's literally how many times have they died? You know what I mean?
Like, there's no consequences except for now.
Like Dean Winchester has died easily 6 times
Yeah.
in that show. But I don't even know if I mean, yeah, consequences would be great. But I think 12 episodes. Actually, exactly this 12 episode seasons. 6 of them are dedicated to one monster. The other 6 are dedicated to another monster.
Sure.
And the mid-season finale is like whatever overarching story they're going for. The mid-season and the season finale both touch on those. The other 10 episodes is about a monster, whatever monster they want to do. Bigfoot. Wish they do Bloody Mary again. That actually was an incredibly.
No,
good
that was a great episode.
I love that episode.
If somebody was in the writers' room with the Supernatural writers and they were like, if this episode ended on a cliffhanger and they didn't figure it out, it'd have lost their minds.
lost their mind.
Nobody mentioned that one time as a possibility.
Actually, you were talking about this earlier. You said how every episode of Sons of Anarchy ends on a cliffhanger, and that gets you to go into the next episode.
Yeah.
So there's an actual term for that, where people, I can't remember what it is. I've forgotten it, but there's a term for people who cannot not watch the next episode after a giant cliffhanger happens, and there is a solution for those people. Okay, number one, I love that answer. I'm gonna get to that. So what you do is right at the end of the cliffhanger, and you know you're gonna watch another episode, finish your entire drink, whatever you're drinking, finish it entirely. Halfway through the episode, go and refill your drink. Never touch the show again, or until you want to keep watching it. It's easier for you to let go midway through an episode because there is no cliffhanger.
Yeah, I gotcha. I get what you're
The
saying.
story's just happening in front of you. So you end it there, come back to it later. But then if you go all the way to the cliffhanger, you're just stuck.
Gotta watch it. Gotta be late to work. Gotta lose my job.
Gotta do what you gotta do. I think actually that's an incredibly good answer. Constantine, I think the movie showed a lot of potential of what Constantine could actually be. And I think the TV show just failed to deliver on what it could actually be. And also get me John Wick to do all of Constantine TV show. Do you think you could get Keanu Reeves to do just like 12 episodes of a TV show?
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
I want to see a reboot of The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Wow, that is an interesting answer for you. I don't even know you've seen the League of Extraordinary.
It's been a long time.
What was the thing we were talking about earlier? There was just a build up or a lead up to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. What was that show?
No, it wasn't a show. It was the initially announced Hollywood Monsters
That's what it
cinematic universe, because there was going to be an Invisible Man movie
There was.
with what's her face from. What the hell is that girl from?
I don't know. I know who you're talking about.
Mad Men. She's from Mad Men.
Wow,
She was in Mad
okay.
Men.
They did. I forgot that they did that movie. It was like a pseudo. I guess it was supposed to be a horror movie. I don't know. I never saw it, which is probably why
Didn't happen.
it didn't happen. Whoopsie daisy. I think that is. I think that's also a good answer. And I think I actually finally have my definitive.
Watchmen.
No, that's a good answer though.
Do you see the new Watchmen series, the limited series?
Now I gotta rethink, man.
It was stupid good. They rebooted Watchmen. It was amazing.
So good.
Ended it. Fine.
I don't like that you guys keep having good answers. I want to have the good answer.
You can do it.
I want a spin-off
Yep.
of that green-haired chick from Danny Phantom.
Kim Possible.
Not Kim Possible. Not who I'm talking about. There's that chick that has the green hair.
You're
And-
thinking of the show Kim Possible?
I'm not thinking of the show Kim
You're
Possible.
not thinking of She-Go.
Who's she go?
Google it.
Okay. She go?
Yep, She-Go.
I am thinking of Kim Possible. Okay. It is this girl. I want to spin off with this woman right here. Here you go. I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry, live stream viewers. You'll see who I mean. I just want a spin off with this chick right here, because I think this chick is the sole reason that I find animated women sexually appealing. I think it's her and Kim Possible's fault. I blame women for all of my issues, and I want to spin off with this show.
Do you like Danny Phantom's emo GF?
What'd you say?
Danny Phantom's emo GF.
I literally cannot hear what you're saying right now. Emo GF. I don't remember that. Danny Phantom's Emo GF. I'm just having Emo GF. Oh yeah, that chick.
Sam?
That chick, I remember.
Well, the far right Sam, though.
All right, Sam. Oh, she kind of looks like that chick, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. I just re-experienced my sexual awakening from when I was like 10. I saw it again. But that's my answer. So we're gonna set up. You set up the clip. Actually, this was your question. You have set up the clip.
Wasn't she in an island survivor cartoon? You're talking about Total Drama
It
Island?
is in fact Total Drama Island, and no, she wasn't in it. But they have. I think they were made by the same company, like the same animation studio, so they look similar. They look very, very similar.
I'm trying to remember my answer to this before I say it. What was I saying? What was I getting all hype about?
You said a reboot. You said Supernatural, which I thought was a great answer.
It is. I'm chock full of them.
I don't know. What did you say? What was your answer? Do you remember, Crafty, what his answer
I'm just
actually
fucking
was?
roll with Supernatural. It's fine. I don't really care.
I think that was the best answer you had.
Wow. Okay. Full of good
It was
answers.
the only one I agreed with, because it was the only one that I've seen. Oh no, you said series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, but it already happened.
That it did already happen. You're right. You said Breaking Bad was eaten. Anyways. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, Dev,
Yep.
we have Good Burger 2 coming out.
Love
We've
it.
seen all these other reboots that have happened or have been announced, and it's just unavoidable at this point.
So many reboots. So many spin-offs.
You, as a fan,
Yeah.
any show or movie, yes,
Okay, got it.
rebooted or spin-off of a good character, what do you want to see?
I think if I were to see any TV show rebooted, there's not too many. I actually don't have too many answers. I think that reboots are never really a great thing. I don't have a good answer for a reboot. However, if a spin-off is done well, it could
Yep.
be even better than the original. So I'm gonna go with the spin-off route, and I'm gonna pick She-Go from Danny Phantom,
Kim Possible.
Kim Possible. I would pick Shigo from Kim Possible to have a spinoff because she is the sole reason that I had a sexual awakening at 11 years old. So I'd love to see that again.
Perfect.
Revisited.
I'd love some more Shigo content, if you will.
Hey, that's all I'm looking for.
If I had to pick, I think that I would go with I think Supernatural. We could make it into an actual good, coherent story instead of like 200 episodes of nonsense.
Yeah, okay. That's a good answer.
I also think that the very recent reboot of A Series of Unfortunate Events on Netflix was very true to the story.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you loved it. You like that was an example for you of a good reboot.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's
Love
plenty of bad reboots. We're not going to get into
so
them.
many. Like literally a million.
If we could do a good spin-off, I want to see a Troy and Abed show spin-off. Just there's them being podcasters.
Yeah. That's the thing too, is you don't want to pick like you don't want to pick like one of your favorite TV shows to reboot.
No, I don't want to reboot it.
That's what I'm saying. Like you and I both love Community. You wouldn't pick Community to reboot. It's the perfect story. 6 seasons in a movie. We're almost there. But I think those are great answers.
Total Drama Island got a reboot. I just want like Total Drama Island IRL. Total Drama IRL and
I'm trying to remember the name of the reboot. I saw it recently. It's like
Total Drama Rama or something like that.
Yeah. But it did get it. I do know that it got a reboot. And that's it. That's all we got for you. No more news. There's no more news. No more news is happening after we're done with this podcast. There's no more.
The news stops when I hit stop stream, and then it starts again next Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/ReUpPod.
Make sure you
Follow us
follow
on
us.
all socials at
ReUp Pod.
there it is.
ReUp Pod.
Join the Discord.
On the live stream.
Give me your opinion. Lose a trivia. Devin's gonna make it harder now, or I'm gonna.
Yeah, people keep winning at trivia, so I got to make it harder. No.
Who was the writer on S2E5 of Rick and Morty? You know, that's
Oh, I see. I understand. Okay, yeah. I thought somebody typed that in chat. And I was like, that's a
Who is the writer?
Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland.
Dan Harmon's kind of a scumbag too. But anyway, continuing. Moving
Wait,
on.
really?
It's too much to get
Okay,
into right
too
now.
much. But I appreciate everybody that was here this week. Thank you very much, Crafty. Gio, thank you for taking part in our trivia this week. I appreciate that, buddy. Hope to see you all again next week, 10 o'clock Eastern on twitch.tv/ReUpPod. Ian, do you have anything left that you'd like to add?
No.
Cool.
Do you have anything left that you would like to add?
Oh.
Perfect. Feel better? I feel great.
I mean,
Oh,
I
we were
was
hungover.
hungover as hell.
Yes, heard. Gotcha.
That's true.
And with that, for Devin Knoll, I'm Ian Reed.
And for Ian Reed, I'm Devin Knoll.
And we'll catch you next time for...
ReUp.
Nope, don't like that. We'll catch you on next week's episode of The ReUp.
I think I just meowed.